So I've shattered my hand to pieces, my arse is in bits, and I'm laughing already because what the hell are we doing here? Your reserve team might still beat us. Right, hello everybody, welcome back to the Golden Sky. I'm Tom, and today it is the preview for Aston Villa against Liverpool tomorrow night on a Friday, meaning the preview tonight comes out on a Thursday night. A week since the last video. I'll get into all of that to start off today's video. Let's get into everything ahead of the game tomorrow night. So, before we start with the actual real preview stuff, if you're only here for that and you're not interested in hearing me waffle, skip ahead to when I start talking about the game. Because we're going to start today's video off giving you a little update on where I've been, what's going on, that kind of thing, okay? So, obviously, last week we played Chelsea. That game has been eviscerated from the memory of this channel. It never happened in the Golden Sky's eyes. Now, that was not quite intentional. I did intend on making a preview. I did, however, just run out of time on Friday. I am studying at the minute again. Only a couple exams left to go, but I'll be hopefully done by then with them by the end of the year. It's pretty intense. Sometimes I run out of time, which I did on Friday. So no preview. And then the plan on Saturday was to watch the game and make the ratings as usual. But I was climbing 2 mountains on Saturday. So why on earth was I climbing 2 mountains? Well, for those of you who don't know, I'm in June doing the 3 Peaks Challenge through work. So me and a bunch of people from work are going to be attempting the 3 Peaks. And if you don't know what the 3 Peaks is, Google it. It's a challenge in the UK to do 3 mountains, the biggest one in the UK, Ben Nevis in Scotland, then one in the Lake District, and then one in Wales, Mount Snowdon, in 24 hours, to climb all 3 of them in 24 hours. So that is the challenge, and that is what I'm attempting in June. So we've been having some practice runs, which is why I've been climbing the mountains last Saturday. So the idea was to climb the first mountain, come down, watch the game in a pub, have a rest, finish the game, have something to eat, go climb the second one. But we climbed the first one way quicker than we anticipated, and we went straight for the second one, which meant we missed the game. Now, I was initially a little annoyed at this, but then seeing how it went, seeing the reaction, hearing from my family how it was, I was absolutely thrilled to have missed the game. So I didn't watch it. I have since watched it, and not all of it, I will say. I didn't, not even me. Not even this guy is psycho enough to go and watch all of that game again. So I haven't watched it all. I have watched most of it. I skipped through some parts of it, and I didn't obviously watch, so I didn't think I could make ratings, and then I didn't want to analyse it either, because frankly, I don't want to analyse that. I've not had all that much time, and I didn't feel like I could give it a proper video that you guys deserve. I don't give out like videos of me just making shit up just to get content out for you guys. If you don't know that, I'm not going to make a video on stuff that I don't think I know what I'm talking about. So I didn't make a video. So you haven't heard from me in a week. But that's not the only thing I've been doing. I haven't only been climbing mountains. The house that I said I've bought is coming along. Hopefully, we'll be in there soon. Went mattress shopping on Tuesday. We're just getting into everything in today's preview. Went mattress shopping. Decided on my mattress. Have you ever been to a bed shop? Walked in there and they all just looked at me like I was some sort of alien or something. Oh my God, what the fuck are you doing in our shop? It was dead weird. No one else in there, not a soul in there. I was like, right, fellas, can I lie on your bed, please? And you tell me which firmness I need. Ever done that? Proper weird experience. I'm lying in a bed whilst a fully grown man is stood with an iPad next to me, going, and let's try medium, and the bed's going, and it's like adjusting its firmness of the mattress. It was properly weird, and I'll be honest, couldn't notice a single difference until he put soft on, at which point I felt like I was sinking into the earth itself. So very weird. And then it was just like, okay, now I just go and lie on a bunch of mattresses on my own in a bed shop until I decide one I like. I did decide one I like, by the way. So soon I'll be out of this room, which is my room at my parents' house, and I will be into my own house finally. Well, not finally. I've not had to wait that long, which will be awesome. So there will be a whole change, probably for next season's videos. There will be a whole change. Yesterday, I went roller skating for the first time ever in my life. If you can see my hand, you can't tell that much on the video. I'm trying to look, but it is completely swollen because roller skating is flipping lethal. It's lethal. Okay, never been in my life before. I thought this might be quite hard, but I might be able to just sort of, push myself around. Oh, how wrong was I, ladies and gents? I think I fell over 8 times in total, and each time my hands took the brunt of the fall, and it is fucked. I mean, when I say to you that I've been goosed all day, typing at my desk, I had people at work concerned for my health. They were trying to send me to hospital. I'm saying, I can move my thumb around, guys. I'm all good. Don't worry. My arse is a whole different story. Took the brunt of a few falls as well. It's terrifying. What, did I have a great time? Yes, I absolutely did. I really genuinely did have a good time. But my God, not a sport for the faint of heart. The old roller skating. If any of you lot can roller skate, big respect, because that shit is difficult. So I've shattered my hand to pieces. My arse is in bits. On Saturday, I'm watching Eurovision. That's happening. I don't know how that's happened, but Eurovision is on Saturday. I'm going to be there, and I know I'm watching because tomorrow I'm apparently going to a thrift store to buy outfits. Guys, I'm not in control of this. I'm just along for the ride. That's happening. I'm doing that before the game. I don't really know. I've been watching the playoffs in the NBA world. If any of you watch basketball, I support the Oklahoma City Thunder and I have done since I was like 11, I think. I'm 24 now, for those of you who don't know. And we're looking quality. So Liverpool are ruining my life. The Thunder are making it better again. And everything else is just mad around it. But here I am with the preview and with this monologue to start off. I do also want to ask you guys, I'm going to do on the ratings, I think, or on the general videos about the last game of the season, I'm thinking of doing some sort of Q&A with you guys. And what I mean by that is I'm going to link some sort of document that you guys can fill out to give me feedback for the videos, for me, this whole season, for the channel, anything. You can make suggestions. You can tell me what was good, what wasn't good. That would be amazing. If you think that's a good idea, please let me know. And if you have any thoughts and you want to just comment them away, please do that. Nearly made a full season worth of videos now about Liverpool. We've settled into a preview, ratings, tactics video sort of schedule, which is working pretty well for me at the minute. I want to know what you guys think of that as well. And if there's anything you've enjoyed or not enjoyed or want to see or don't want to see again, please let me know. So let me know if you think, oh, that's a good idea. Should we talk football for a second? I think we should. Let's get into my predicted lineup for the Aston Villa versus Liverpool game tomorrow night. Okay, now that is out of the way, let's talk football and my predicted lineup for this game. In goal, I've got Marmadashvili, right back Curtis Jones, centre backs Kanate and Van Dijk, left back Kirkaz. Midfield, 3 of Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai. Frimpong on the right wing, Isak up front and Gakpo on the left. And I'm laughing already because what the hell are we doing here, guys? I mean, look at this team. It's a sad state of affairs, isn't it? It really is. Listen, Salah's trained. He's available apparently for a few minutes, according to Arne Slot. Alisson is a see if he is ready today or it'll be one more week. Sounds like he's going to play against Brentford maybe. Wirtz has a stomach infection and he's on antibiotics. And Arne Slot says he doesn't know if he's going to be ready. That's worrying for 2 reasons. Maybe 3. Number 1, how on earth has Florian Wirtz got a stomach infection? Is he not being fed from the... I mean, players get ill, fair enough. But is he not being fed by Carol and Caroline? What have they done to him? Okay. Number 2, has he not been having enough breakfast? We know this guy loves his breakfast. Has his breakfast given him a stomach infection? We don't know. Has he had too many sausages? Who knows? Number 3, why does Arne Slot know if he's ready or not? That's literally you should know that, Arne. You should know when he's coming off his antibiotics. Surely. Anyway, I digress. That's the injury news. The team, I was laughing, it's just funny, isn't it? We've got Frimpong at right wing, for God's sake. We've got Gakpo on the other one. There's talk already of us wanting a winger in summer. That has to be the priority in my eyes. Because there's no right winger. There isn't one. Salah's leaving, and then Frimpong is not a right winger. And that's why we're so... Oh, it's awful to watch. Whether that's Diamande, whether that's Barcola, somebody else. Barcola would be the flipping dream. He really would. Who knows? I doubt it with Barcola, to be honest. I don't think we're going to spend all that much money this summer, but I could be proved wrong. Who knows? So that's the predicted lineup. Slot had some interesting quotes in his presser, so let's talk about some of those. And he's had some interesting quotes in general. So on Alisson's future, let's start with that. There's been rumours about whether Alisson's going to be going or staying, blah, blah, blah. He said something along very PR level, happy comment of we should support him, whether it's his first or its last game, always. Makes sense. I don't know if it'll be Alisson's last game against Brentford or if he's going to leave. I honestly have no idea. I feel like he's going to stay, but it wouldn't surprise me if he went as well. That's kind of how I feel. He did say on a slot that Liverpool have dropped far too many points in away games this campaign, and that's one of the reasons why we are yet to qualify for the Champions League. Dodoy, my friend. Yeah. We don't win any games away from home. Our record away from home is terrible. In fact, we've actually, this is our last away game. We have won 7, we have drawn 3, and we have lost 8. So even if we win, we've only managed to win just as many games as we've lost. So terrible record away from home. We don't win against good sides away from home at all. I think Everton are the highest side that we've beat away from home this season. So, and that was a last minute winner. So not great. We are struggling, and Arna sees that we're struggling, so that's something. So someone said to him, why do you think it's been poor? And he said, it's mainly happened while playing in Europe, and in games Liverpool are usually able to win. The first challenge is to be fitter and more ready to play after Europe, and I think we have progressed in that. Okay, that's an interesting one. So he thinks we've got fitter as the season's gone on. Do any of you lot agree? Because I don't. I do not think that at all. I think we've looked progressively weaker, and we're not even in Europe anymore, so there's no excuse for this one. I go back to the start of the season when we played against Brentford, though, and it was absolutely awful. Palace, awful. I don't think we were playing in Europe in midweek then, and we got battered in both those games. We've had City multiple times battered away. We're not good at away games. We're just not good. We're not a tough team. That's the main problem. We're not very mentally strong. He did say that we've had good places to be in games after 70 or 80 minutes, but dropped points in the last phase of the game. Yes, we have lost a lot of games in the last minute. That's neither here nor there. We know that. I think that's a fitness thing. Personally, concentration, that type of thing. But it is what it is. He did have the quotes. I'm sure you might have all seen the quotes about him staying next season. So let's talk about this. He did say, there was some sort of article in the Times or whatever, where he said, I don't think I'm deciding alone. I fully expect to be Liverpool manager next season, or I think his exact quote was, I have every reason to believe I will be Liverpool manager next season. So it looks as though the writing is on the wall that Arne Slot is going to stay next season, at least for now. Will he last to the end of the season? I would not be hopeful. Certainly not right now. The fans are completely against him, me included. I want him out. I'd love him to succeed, and I'd love him to prove me wrong and turn it around. I really would. I don't think he's gonna. There is growing discomfort around Arne Slot, and there is also growing discomfort that Xabi Alonso looks like he might be off to Chelsea. This has happened in the week that I've been AWOL from the channel, and there's more articles today that he's in talks with them, and he wants some assurances, but he's in talks with them. So that's going to be hilarious, isn't it, when inevitably we play Chelsea on the first day of the season. Alonso's in charge of Chelsea, Slot's in charge of us, and they pump us. That's going to be great. I can't wait for that. It's inevitably going to happen. He did say about long-term plans. We know where we're going on tour. Great. That's awesome. Plans have been made and talks are ongoing between the club and the new players, and I am involved in that. So it sounds like he's involved in the transfer talks again. Oh, honestly, who knows? He did finish off by saying he has the most respect for his players because they have had a difficult season physically and mentally, which we can agree with. They've played a lot of games. They've had a lot of mental struggles and battles this season, I'm sure. We can give them some sympathy, but the football has been shocking. The Chelsea game was a disaster. It really was. A point at home to that side who haven't won in like 7 games. I think they've not had a point in about 7 games in the league. Was awful. Like, so bad. And as a result, the table has got us in a bit of a weird spot. So let me walk you through this because it's quite complicated. At least it was for me anyway. Right. We're in 4th. We need 2 points to secure top 5 finish no matter what. Okay, 2 points. 1 win, basically. We've got Villa away and Brentford at home. Okay. Bournemouth are in 6th. They are 4 points behind us. they play City this weekend. So if they lose to City, they can't catch us anymore, even if we lose. So that's happy days. Brighton can also catch us, but they need to be perfect to do so. They need to win all of their last 2 games and obviously overtake us on goal difference, and we need to not get any points. We need to lose all of our games for Brighton to overtake us. So if Bournemouth lose, we only need 1 point from our last 2 games. And we might not even need that because Brighton have to win all of theirs. Are you following? Brighton have Leeds away this weekend, and Leeds are ace. So they might not win that. Now, the Villa situation is complicated as well. I will talk about that when I talk about Villa in a second, so I have stuff to talk about. But basically, we just need 1 win or 2 draws, and we're good to go. Just beat Villa, for God's sake. Just beat them. They've got the Europa League final on Wednesday. That's a huge, huge factor. We're going to talk about that in a second. It's a Friday 8 p.m. game. It's going to be adding to the atmosphere at Villa Park, that's for sure. Let's see if we can get over the line. Also, Harvey Elliott. Let's talk about... Remember Harvey Elliott? Right? He plays for Villa. Confirmed today he's going to be coming back to us for pre-season. So, nice one, guys. That's been a great transfer. Brilliant. I'm so buzzing about all of that. It's worked out perfectly. Unai Emery did a presser and said he apologises every day for what's happened to Harvey Elliott this season. Every day. I mean, wow. There's geniuses at work at Liverpool Football Club. There really is. What a deal we've agreed there for one of our own players. With that said, let's get Villa on the board and talk quickly about them ahead of this one. Okay then, Aston Villa. My predicted lineup for them is difficult. We'll talk about why in a second, but I've gone with Martinez, Cash at right back, Konza and Mings at centre back with Digne at left back. That's pretty much their first choice defence. Lindelof and Tielemans in the middle. Lindelof's been playing centre mid with some injuries they've got. I think he'll play there again. That means McGinn sort of goes out to this left-hand side. He'll obviously tuck in, and then they sort of tuck in like this, and Rodgers might pop out here every now and then. Rodgers have got as their number 10. Buendia on the right. Again, these two can get pretty narrow, and they can form sort of a Christmas tree formation type thing, but that's just how I've lined it up for now. And Watkins up front. The reason why it's so hard to predict Villa's lineup is because of the Europa League final. This is a pretty strong team for Villa. This is about maybe what you'd say is their first choice team, you would say, probably. But will they rest players? They have that huge game in midweek that definitely qualifies them for Champions League. If they win, it's a European trophy. It's huge. Huge for Aston Villa. Will they rest players or will they want rhythm? I'm not sure. There's a Villa fan at work who is mad on football. I trust him with his opinions, and he tells me he thinks Villa are going to lie down for us. I don't think he means that in that sense they're going to rest all their players, but I think he thinks they might have their foot off the pedal and really coast through this game. He wants Villa to focus on the Europa League, forget this game completely. He actually wants them to play their full reserve team. Now, I did say to him, your reserve team might still beat us at this point, mate, but that's what he wants. So it's interesting. It's a bit complicated. They have basically already laid down for us once this season, though, Aston Villa. Remember when they came to Anfield and we hadn't won for like 10 games or whatever? I think we just lost 4-1 to PSV. Was that around that time? And they played exactly how we would want a team to play. I mean, literally, exactly. If we could make a team play how we wanted them to, it would be like this. And they passed the ball straight to us for open goals. So that helped. And we beat them 2-0. So if they can do that again, that'll be awesome. Thanks, guys. They aren't in great form either. They in the league in the last 3 games have lost to Fulham, lost to Spurs, which ruined everybody's fun. Spurs 2 points clear of relegation at the minute. And then they drew to Burnley, which somehow kept us in 4th. Somehow. God knows how, but there we are. They are level on points with us, but obviously they have the Europa League, which makes all of this more interesting. So, more table talk. If Villa finish 5th, only 5th, and win the Europa League, then 6th place gets Champions League. So that could be Bournemouth, it could be Brighton, I think it could still be Brentford. One of those Bs could get the Europa League. If Villa finish 5th and win the Europa League, one of those Bs gets the Champions League. My bad. See, it's even complicated for me explaining it, and I've written this all down. If they finish 4th and win the Europa League, then 6th does not get Champions League, but 5th still does. Are you following? If they, of course, finish outside of the top 5, if Bournemouth catch them or Brighton, and they finish 6th, whatever, and win the Europa League, they obviously still get in, and the top 5 get in as well. So it's basically, if Villa finish 5th, then 6th gets Champions League. Are we there? I've confused myself. I think we're there. That's the situation. We just need to win. Just beat them. I'm not having a 7-2, okay? I'm not having anything mad happen here. Just beat this team, get us in the Champions League, and we can all collectively forget about this year and pretend it never, ever happened, except the kit. The home kit is boss. And the third kit, the green one, is that third or away? That's also boss. Everything else, forget it ever happened. Except Szoboszlai. He's awesome. Forget everything else. Villa have basically played one good game in the last month, and that was when they beat Forest 4-0 at Villa Park to qualify for the Europa League final. They destroyed them. I'm not sure they'll play like that again here. The Premier League, they've got the foot off the pedal. It reminds us of us in recent years when we've had Champions League and maybe haven't been so high up in the league. I don't know. I think they're going to coast through this one a little bit. But let's see. They still might beat us. Let's finish off with Super 6 for today's preview. Okay, we are still unsuccessful in Super 6. I've tried lots of different tactics. Today we're just going back to predicting scores. United against Forest. My brain is telling me 3-1. There we go. Brentford Palace. Oh, God. Oh, Brentford probably win. They probably win. I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1. Everton Sunderland. That just... Everton probably win that. I think 2-0. I'm going 2-0 there, Everton Sunderland. Leeds Brighton. My God. I think a 1-1. I think a 1-1 there. Leeds Brighton. Wolves Fulham. Do I? Yes, I do. I'm not changing. Wolves Fulham. Fulham will win. Wolves finished 2-0 to Fulham. And then Newcastle West Ham. West Ham are fighting for their lives. And I think they get a point. I think they'll get a point. I'm going 1-1 again there. Very quick Super 6 there. 5th minute. We're not giving this too much thought. It's first option only. That's Super 6, and my page doesn't even want to load. That's where we go. 108-1. Let's see. Maybe. Please. Alright then, guys. That is going to do it for today's preview. I really do hope you did enjoy. And if you did, please do leave a like on the video. We're trying to get to 35 likes on every single video. Hope you did enjoy this one. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. We're trying to get to 500. I think we're like 15 or so subscribers away. So if you are new and you did enjoy, please do click subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 500 before the season finishes next weekend. That's it from me, guys. I will see you tomorrow night for ratings, of course. Until then, have a good Thursday, which is dead weird. And I'll speak to you all tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.